Welcome, everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I am the president and founder here of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a non-delegated correspondent lender that does things quite a bit differently. So I'd like to take this opportunity today to thank you for joining us and present a little bit about what makes us different. And I have my co-host Kyle. He's my brother, obviously, here and partner in the company, and Jose here as well with 26 years of experience as a loan officer and realtor. So we'll get into them a little bit later. First, let me go ahead and share my screen and talk a little bit about what makes us special. So most of you probably joined from this page, so hopefully you checked out the video, checked out a prior version of this meeting that we're doing. But let me go ahead and walk through it because we've changed a little bit now that we are our own lender, and we're actually in charge of our own destiny now. So we've been a team, a branch, lender, whatever you want to call it, at both a FDIC bank, at a broker shop, and both non-delegated and delegated branch as well. And we find the best version of the way that we like to operate is what we set up now. So we're currently a non-delegated correspondent. And what that means for us is we have dozens of broker outlets and correspondent options. So we're very passionate about leads and doing things that a little bit differently that we'll talk about more. But really what that means is we want to make sure we have an option for every single client that comes in through the door, whether that's correspondent or a wholesale brokered option. The cool thing about correspondent that we love doing that obviously as our first choice is there's no max commission cap. So coming from the broker world, when we would do a lot of the larger loans that we love to do, we would get capped, and there is no cap on the correspondent deals. So that is awesome. Myself and Kyle come from more of a marketing background. Obviously, we're not your traditional loan officers. So we are very passionate about leads. We do large scale lead generation for all our companies, spent millions of dollars over the last 15 years. And we'd love to generate leads for you guys at a large scale. So we give those to you guys for a 50-50 split. So we'll talk in a minute about what that actually means for your commission here. Again, coming from more of a marketing and tech background, we are very passionate about charging you guys no monthly fees, no tech fees, no desk fees. We want to set up a platform, kind of like a brokered platform, give you guys all the tools you need to do your job, but not have to charge you guys for that. We are able to do that because we've written every line of code for everything you're about to see that Kyle's going to show you a demo for here in a second. Because we come from a tech background, we have developers on staff, rather than branch managers and all these other, traditional finance type mechanisms. So we love to pass those savings on to you guys. We don't have to go out and get third-party CRMs and all these other services. We've built everything that you're about to see, so we can actually offer that for you guys all built in. Along with what we've built is our CRM. Obviously, everybody has to have a CRM. What makes ours unique is it's for us, by us. So, I do loans every day. Jose does loans every day. And so we built our system for us, and it works perfectly for what we're about to do. And Kyle will actually show you guys what that looks like here in a minute. Along with that as well, part of the tech stack is the custom website. So just like you're looking at, our public website here, everybody on our team gets their own website, which is important to capture those leads. And we actually have our 1003 integrated. So we don't have to have another service. They're actually able to come from a lead, fill out their 1003, start gathering documents, and push that through our APIs into Encompass and all that good stuff to actually do the loan. So it's all integrated from start to finish, and it comes and starts through the website here that you guys are looking at. Just as passionate we are about giving you guys, free leads from our team at a lead split, we're also very passionate about setting you guys up with leads. So Kyle will show you how to route your own lead if you already have your lead set up. Also, how to basically purchase or set up your own new lead streams if you want to get into that. So it doesn't have to be, company leads. If you want to go ahead and start your own lead generation, we'll definitely help with that and put that in our lead generation system and CRM, and the magic will happen. We are very passionate about the DSCR loan. So a lot of people are, just getting into this. We've been doing this for about 3 years. Very passionate about DSCR, serving those investors, doing the non-QM types of loans. And the cool thing about that is when it's a business purpose loan, aka closing in an entity or an LLC, basically a commercial loan, we can do those in about 30 states with no restrictions. So if your licensing footprint doesn't match up with your client, I myself love working with investors that might have 10, 20, 30 properties. Some are in different states. I want to be able to service that client no matter where their properties are. So fortunately, we can do that with the business purpose loans, and we do a lot of those. So we'll teach you guys how to do those and expand your footprint a little bit. We're also very passionate about support, coming in from the FDIC bank where there was no support at all, into a few different iterations of our team. We found that the support is very lacking in the traditional setup. So we want to set that up for you guys, not only team calls like we're doing right now, but also one-on-one. So if you guys are stuck, you can get with us. You can go to the Zoom room that we have set up live with a processor, try to get you unstuck onto you or whatever you're trying to do, and basically be there for you to get that file through. We want to make sure we're able to close all these deals. So now what you guys are all probably here for is the comp plan. So let's talk a little bit about what makes us unique here. If you watched this meeting before, you might have seen a different version of these comp plans. So now that we are our own lender and we're in charge of our own destiny here, we found that these 3 plans are the best setup for people that want to do business like we do, which we're very passionate about leads and lead focus, and we do things a little bit differently. So what that means for us is we want to make sure everybody upgrades to a senior loan officer. So this is obviously the goal for everybody. The way we get here is you close 6 loans with us and you are automatically upgraded. So because we do things differently, we want to make sure you learn our system and go ahead and upgrade. We're not going to require you to have a certain requirement to join at this level. Everybody's going to join at the regular level. So as soon as you're upgraded, you'll be making 200 basis points. And that is on the conventional and non-QM loans, the stuff we're all used to. Now, if you take a company lead, remember, we give you guys unlimited company leads. Those are at a 50-50 split. So you would make 100 basis points or 1% commission on those conventional non-QM, the regular stuff we're all pretty much used to. So we want to get everybody upgraded to this. Now, we want to be clear that everybody's going to start at the loan officer, whether you've done 0 loans or 1,000 loans. We want to make sure you do some loans with our system. So we're going to go ahead and work with you hand in hand and work with you to start those first loans, help you disclose those files because, as a lender, we're actually disclosing and doing all the COCs, all that kind of stuff that you might not be used to if you're coming from the retail world or more of a call center type of environment where you're handling the whole loan start to finish. So for your first 6 loans, we're going to go ahead and handle that for you and work with you. You're going to make 150 basis points. That's going to be on your conventional non-QM, the stuff you guys are used to. And that's 1.5% for those of you who are not familiar. Now, if you take a company lead, which you'll have access to as well, that will be on a 50-50 split. So if you want to take some of our leads to get through your first few deals, sounds great to us. You will make 75 basis points or 0.75% commission when it's on a 50-50 split. Now, what we found is a lot of people that are newer are a little bit afraid to really jump into it, right? So if you're newly licensed, if you're maybe just getting back into it, maybe you're a realtor who's getting a license and just kind of to expand your footprint, and you're not quite ready to take it full time, we have the loan officer assistant plan. So this is a little bit of a misnomer. You're not signing up as, a loan officer assistant. This is for licensed loan officers who maybe aren't ready to sign that loan application and take the loan start to finish yet. Because remember, since we're the lender, we're taking the loan start to finish all the way through. You got to know every step of the process. You're not quite ready for that. No worries. We have the plan for you. And that's where you're going to refer this deal to a senior loan officer for 75 basis points or 0.75% commission. So still gives you a great opportunity to earn great commission because you're licensed, but you're not actually going to sign that application. We're going to go ahead and refer that to a senior loan officer who's going to work that deal, know what they're doing exactly, know what buttons to press when, and you can go ahead and help them as a loan officer assistant on that deal. So when we say loan officer assistant, that just means when you do have a deal, you're going to be the assistant on that deal. Maybe it's your friend or family, maybe it's you're a realtor, maybe it's your actual deal you're doing as a realtor. Whatever it may be, where you aren't actually going to sign the loan application, but you're still going to help gather documents, still do work on the file, still talk to the customer, all the kind of stuff to assist the senior loan officer on that file. So just want to make sure you guys all understand the differences here on the definitions. Still a great opportunity to earn great commission. Some of you guys coming from a call center environment might be more used to even making less than this on your deals. So it's a great opportunity for those people. But if you're ready to jump into it, we challenge you all to join at the loan officer plan. It's open for everybody. So you can go ahead and click this button to join up. Now, what we usually go into next is kind of a little bit of a spiel on how the software works, but we have Kyle here to show you guys a live demo. So I'm gonna let Kyle take over and actually show you guys how it all works. You ready?
Yep, absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Excuse me. Okay, so as Nick said, this system is built for us by us. So I'm just going to take you through a couple little features here. Of course, we'll do full trainings on it when you come on board. I'll do all the trainings with you, but a few things here that makes our system a little bit different. Now, first off, we have a CRM, right? Great CRM, just like most, where you take your notes, send your emails, text, they come down here in chronological order, all that kind of stuff. You put them on action plans, drip campaigns to automatically text and email, all the kind of stuff most of the CRMs do, right? But one thing that's really cool about us is our quoting system. So we have this quoting system where within minutes, you can quote a client, right? You can pull in just 6 pieces of info, get the rates through our API with Optimal Blue, and you can spit out a nice, beautiful quote looking like this, right? You can give them their rate options here. They can see what these things mean. It pulls in the Google map automatically, the Zestimate automatically, the loan info, the monthly breakdown of taxes, insurance, the estimated closing fees, and most importantly, you here as the loan originator, right? And you can attach your realtor partners here, which they absolutely love it, right? Your realtor partners, you can tell them, hey, I can send you a quote, your client's a quote within minutes, and I can attach you to the quote. That way they know you're keeping them in front of their client's face saying, hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line, right? Your realtor partners absolutely love this. Now, what's even cooler is they can click start my loan application. And what happens is they create their borrower portal here, and they can now start the 1003 instantly through our system. They don't have to leave the screen. It's going to ask them for the documents we need, basic documents we're going to need for the loan type. They can upload them right here, right? They can see their loan info, the milestone of where the loan is at, all that kind of good stuff, right? But you can also see on your end now, on your docs tab, you can help them fill out the 1003. You can help them upload documents. And most importantly, you can request more documents here. You can say, actually, I need 12 months bank statements. Let me save those changes. And it lets them know, hey, we need 12 months bank statements, come into your portal and upload it. You can change all the documents and say, you know what, this is going to change to a DSCR loan. Let's ask them for only the documents we need for that. You can also request signatures right here. You can say, hey, I need them to sign this. It goes into their borrower portal, lets them know that they need to sign it, and they can click here and sign it with our API with the e-sign. They don't have to leave the page. And of course, you can request custom documents that the underwriter may need or whatever it may be, right? So great system here. And then once we have the loan, we can put it into Encompass, which we also have an API with. And then it's going to go into our pipeline, where you can see all of your loans, maybe whatever investors or lenders they may be at. You can see all the info about the loan, but you can also see the milestone. Super important here. The #1 complaint about loan officers from both clients and realtors is lack of communication. So we're going to really be communicative with the clients and the realtor. So you can say, okay, the appraisal was received. It asks you if you want to let the client know or not. When you change that milestone, it just let the client and the realtor know the loan has moved to the stage, the appraisal has been received. So we're going to use this system to make sure we keep in touch with everyone at all times, right? So that is the pipeline. So you see here how we take a lead all the way from being a lead to contacting them, to quoting them, to collecting the 1003 and the documents, to keeping track of the loan through our pipeline, all in one system here, one login. You don't need to go anywhere else, right? So let's talk about these leads, the leads that we give. Again, like Nick said, we're very passionate about these leads. The first and foremost way we give you leads is through our Facebook campaigns. And I'll have Nick talk a little bit about specifics of what kind of leads we get and why, but you're going to get text messages all day with leads from us, right? Those leads are going to go to you and 4 other loan officers. The first one to click the link claims it and is able to call the client. We always call the client within 1 minute, right? These are real people who really click the Facebook ad that says, yes, I want info on this loan program. The second they click that button, it goes to your phone. You click the text, you pull it up, you're going to call them right here instantly, take your notes, send your quote. There'll be a call script on the right-hand side to tell you exactly what to say, right? So for those of you who are newer or you just want to know the info that you need to send a quote. So that's the first and foremost way we give you leads. All day, your phone is going to be getting text messages from us with leads. The other way that we provide leads is through our auto dialer. So we have the auto dialer here. You can call 300-400 people in a day, automatically drop the automated texts and emails as you go through. And so there's a few different type of leads in here, right? We have cold call lists in here. We have realtor lists in here. We have lists of cold call investor lists, all kinds of lists in here for when you really want to come in and shake up some deals and put in the work. You can come in here and call hundreds of people in a day using the auto dialer with the leads that we put in there already that we have loaded up for you, right? So that's the other way that we provide you leads. Another way that you can get leads here in our system is to purchase them. So the same leads that we're giving you at no upfront cost from our campaigns that are super hot, that have a high conversion rate, you can purchase those yourself for no lead split. So for example, you can purchase this package. You'll start getting the leads sent only to you, right? You don't have to click it to claim it. You get it to you. You don't have to compete for it. And when you close the deal, there is no lead split on the back end, right? It's full self-gen comp. Now, an example of this is one of our loan officers, Nicole, just closed her first deal ever as a loan officer for $1,050,000, I think, Jose, or 60,000, which Jose actually helped her take from being denied at another lender to converting it into a P&L program so that she was able to close this client that couldn't get the deal closed anywhere else. And it was from a lead that we got, but that she bought. Her $16,000 commission, she saved $8,000 of that, half of that commission, because she purchased the lead herself, but again, from one of our campaigns, right? So great leads, great campaigns, and you have the option to purchase more to fill up your pipeline more, and you have no lead split on those leads. Another way that you can use leads in our system here is the import leads. So we give you your own webhook here so that you can pull in leads into your CRM from anywhere else you buy leads from. Anywhere else you get leads from, they'll come in real time. So if you buy leads from Zillow or some other company, you can use our webhook to zap the leads in real time. So you get a text and an email, just like if we gave you the lead, where then you call them, quote them, gather the documents, all that in the system instantly, no matter where you get the lead from or where you purchase the lead from, right? So every single way there is to work with leads in our system, we provide that, because we're all about leads and we program this ourselves, for us, by us. So leads are very big, and we try to put every way in here possible for you to get leads and work with leads. Now, speaking of the leads, I'm going to go ahead and have Nick talk a little bit about the type of leads that we get and why. All right. So as Nick said, we are both from more of a tech lead background. Nick is certified by Facebook as a digital marketing associate, certified by Facebook as a media planning professional, certified by Google as a Google Ads search specialist, and just has a ton of experience, right? In digital advertising and marketing, it's about how much you've spent, right, to learn and how much you've actually done. So Nick is very good at it. This is what we do. And I'm going to let him talk a little bit about what kind of leads we get here and why he approaches it that way. So Nick, go ahead there.
So yeah, anytime we want to do a campaign, we really want to focus on doing something unique and different, right? So that's really the main thing that makes us different. I want to do the exact opposite of what you guys are probably used to. If you're coming from a call center type of environment, you know, where they're spending billions with a B on advertising every year, they're obviously advertising to do refis, and obviously they've laid off tens of thousands of employees because they were focused on you know, a niche that had a, you know, timeline on it, really. So what we've focused on for the last 3 years is something that can make us unique. So we want to advertise the exact opposite of what all the big guys are doing. So we're going to not focus on the conventional refis, the easy stuff, right? So for 3 years of this team, we've been solely focused on advertising different things. So we're going to advertise to the customers that aren't getting advertised to by the big guys. We're going to advertise the products that they're not advertising, they don't even have access to. And we're going to do it, you know, with good rates and a good team to really seal the deal on the back end. So really what that means is we're going to advertise non-QM. So as I mentioned before, non-QM is now popular because obviously conventional stuff has dried up a little bit, but we've been doing this for about 3 years since we started the team. That's why we originally left the bank. We just didn't have the options to do the non-QM stuff, which we needed to service our clients. So we were able to take this team to more of a broker shop where we had lots of options, and that immediately expanded our offering, where we could then execute our business model, which is to service those clients who aren't getting served. So self-employed borrowers, investors, all the people that aren't getting advertised to, advertising the products, which, you know, the big rockets and the low depots don't have, which is, you know, the DSCR, the bank statements, all the non-QM stuff that's allowed us to be successful for the last few years. And really knock it out the park with having knowledge, right? With Jose's knowledge of 26 years of doing this, doing non-QM loans for 26 plus years, and doing unique types of deals and stuff, we're able to really get those deals done more so than anybody else. So, and obviously we're doing the best rates, so we're not really greedy with our margins as a lender. Our margins are always the same, 275. No matter which way we're delivering it, we're going to make sure we get paid well. But we're not going to do some crazy, insane margin like a lot of these other shops are doing on their non-QM, because it's their opportunity to really take advantage of people. So we do things a lot differently. We've been focused on this for quite a while. A lot of people are hitting the panic button now and trying to take on a similar business model. But this is really what we've been focused on the entire time. So thankfully, Jose has had the foresight to lead us that direction and show us the light of, you know, the different options that non-QM bring. But I guess before I go, Kyle, I always want to let you guys know that we still do conventional loans. So while we're still going to advertise the non-QM products and get those investors and those self-employed borrowers in the door, we still are going to do the proper analysis, and we're going to see if they qualify for VA, right? They might not know they have VA benefits. That's probably the best loan, right? We'll get them a VA loan if they have it, get them a conventional loan if they qualify for it, get them an FHA loan if they still have income, but they still just can squeak by. FHA is still going to be superior, you know, typically to a bank statement or something like that. So we still want to go through the full process and make sure we're serving these borrowers properly. So we're still going to do conventional loans, and also those, you know, heavy investors still have a primary home, vacation home. So when I have a client with 20, 30, 40, 50 properties, I still do a conventional loan on their first couple of properties, maybe even 5 or 10 of their investments, to max out their Fannie Mae loans as well. So still do a lot of conventional loans. Obviously your friends and family still probably going to be more conventional, but our focus on advertising, which we're going to serve those underserved clients and really knock it out the park, you know, by having those products and that knowledge for you guys to work with. So let me pass this over to Jose, who can talk a little bit more about the knowledge, because he's obviously taught me everything I know about loans. But why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself there, Jose?
Sure. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining us today. Myself, I've been licensed full-time as both a mortgage loan originator and a real estate agent since September of 1995. So been through about 3 or 4 different cycles, business cycles in the industry, which has obviously given me the foresight to lead this direction that we went into when Nick, Kyle, and I got together to go the outside the box niche and be able to add more value to our services. And here we are hiring while others are firing. So I think that's a good sign. Kyle touched there on you know, one of the things that I do here, which is the structure meetings, as well as the file disclosure meetings. He mentioned one of our MLOs, brand new to the business, didn't really know what to do with the lead that she had. And that's a prime example of how we can help you create opportunities where others don't see an opportunity. This deal got turned down. It was, you know, nice size deal, over $1 million purchase, over $1 million loan. She didn't really know what she had. She kept trying to duplicate what the other failed effort was, which was, you know, kept trying to review the tax returns, see how they could find some money, then tried to do the bank statement route. But this person was definitely just all over the place. But we were able to get it done after meeting probably 7, 8, or 9 times. I mean, that's not usual, but this was a very complicated case. She closed her deal. I think she made about you know, $15,000, $17,000 on our first deal, which was not a bad way to start your career as an MLO. So that's really one of the ways that we differentiate ourselves here. We will get you literally, you know, by the hand, so to speak. Obviously, we empower you with all the training and tools that we give you. So it's not like either us lead you by getting you by the hand or nothing. We do have a lot of tools, but that's just the extra juice that we offer, is actually setting up all the Zoom meetings to help you connect all the dots. So look forward to meeting with all of you and structuring many loans and disclosing many files, and getting you quite a few under your belt there. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Jose. Let's see here. Let me do one last thing here, which is going to be to pull up the plans again. Let's talk about the next steps, and then we'll get into questions. So when you are ready to proceed, of course, we're going to go through questions, but when you're ready to proceed here, what you're going to do is go to the mortgagecalculator.com/join, and Nick could drop the link in the chat for me if you want, the mortgagecalculator.com/join, and you're going to sign up for the plan that's applicable to you, right? Either the loan officer plan or the loan officer assistant. And so you're going to come here, you're going to click here, and that's going to take you to a form to fill out your information. And once you submit that information, it's going to take you to sign the initial compensation agreement. Now, you don't need to sign it right then, right? It's going to send you an email with the agreement, so don't worry about that. But you can review it when you're ready to move forward is when you're going to sign that initial agreement. And then we're going to reach out with the steps of the next instructions there on how to sign your full employment packages, give us access to sponsor your license in the NMLS. And I give you a little guide on how to do that and all that kind of good stuff, right? So first step, sign up, sign the initial agreement, and then I'll reach out with all the next steps. If you have any questions, you can email me. My email is kyle@themortgagecalculator.com. I typically handle more of the onboarding stuff. So you can just shoot me an email if you have any questions there. But go ahead and come to this site, sign up, take your time, review the agreement. Once you're ready, sign that, and then we'll reach out with the next steps here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the questions here.